everybody, welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute since I did my last one, but I hope all of you enjoyed my last video and found it a little bit helpful. I have two quick pieces of information before we get started with the main video today. The first one is if you are new or if you are not subscribed to this channel, and when you're actually in YouTube, if you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see a subscribe button. There's no cost to click subscribe, you just have to click it, and that means that every time you log into YouTube, if I have uploaded a video recently, it will be like kind of on your main screen of YouTube. It will just show any updated videos. So if you haven't clicked subscribe, please do so. And then the other piece of information I wanted to give you is that I have opened an Etsy shop called Sally Sews. I have just a couple of baby items that I've started selling in there, but as I make more, I intend to add more products to it. So if you are looking for a baby shower gift, if you are a new mom and you want a couple of items, or if you're already looking for Christmas items, please feel free to look in the description box of this video. I'll have a link to my Etsy shop. I've got a couple of items I'll show you really quick. I have burp cloths that fit really nicely. These are like thicker quality burp cloths that I made. I've got a couple of different, I think there's 3 patterns right now that are listed on there. There's this one, this little like tealy yellow gray color, and then there's a red check. And then the last item is a little baby nest. So it's got the little tie at the bottom. But the idea behind this is that they lay in this and they feel all snuggly and cozy. My little girl sleeps in this every night and has for a long time. I made her one, and I have these available on my Etsy shop too. So enough rambling, I'll get on with the video, but I just wanted to let you know about those 2 quick items. My favorite videos to watch on YouTube, or I should say one of them, are products that are empties. And the idea behind this is that I go through products that I have completely used up and tell you whether or not I would repurchase them. And that way you have a good idea. I know the product really well and I can give you good information about it. So I've got a whole basket of things that I have used up. And I'm just kind of going through all of them. There's a lot of hair care products. There's a lot of like skin related stuff here. Makeup, there's some makeup bits in here, but honestly I don't go through a ton of makeup very quickly. I've got a lot of makeup, and so I'm not using the same stuff over and over, so it's hard for me to use up a makeup item, but I'll include that too if there's anything in here. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get started. The first item that I have got used up here is a Redken High Rise Volume Lifting Shampoo. These are the big sizes that you can get at Ulta, and they had a deal on these. I really like the High Rise Volume. This one, I'm using another one that's like a Surf Volume, something like that right now from Redken, and I really like it too. This one's a little bit creamier, a little bit thicker in texture, but it's for normal hair. It's just supposed to give you a little bit more oomph, a little bit more volume, and I will say that I did notice a little bit more volume with this. It was very pleasant, good smell. I enjoyed it. Would I repurchase this? Probably so. The other one, like I said, the Surf's Up Volume by Redken that I'm using right now is really good too. It's just lighter, so I would go back to this in the winter time. So item number 1. The next 2 that I have here are Sebastian hairsprays, and I have 2 different kinds just because, and bless it, this one has lost its top somewhere. The one that I use all the time that I love is the Sebastian Shaper Plus Extra Hold Hairspray. But I wanted to try something new because I always like new products and I like to try out to see if something's better than what I love. So I got the Stronghold Hairspray. This is in the Reshaper, and I read on this that the idea is it's for multiple day use, so you can comb some of the product out and restyle your hair. This one smelled really good, so I liked the smell even better than this one. But as far as like the hold goes, it was just okay. I went back to this. So have repurchased. It is in my bathroom right now. My husband and I both use this and love it. It's in the white can, and make sure you get the Extra Hold Hairspray. The regular hold does nothing. Like, it absolutely does nothing. I can't even feel it in my hair. So yeah, like those. I go through this a lot, so there's going to be a lot of information. Batiste Dry Shampoo. There are 2 empties here. One of them is in the scent Sweetie, and the other one is in Floral, which is my absolute favorite. I love the floral scent. To me, it smells like Clinique's Happy. which is a really pleasant scent to me, so it doesn't really smell florally at all. I was put off by the name for a while. But Batiste dry shampoo is my absolute favorite. I've tried a lot of different dry shampoos, and I've mentioned this before in a video, but the best use that you can get out of it, shake the bottle really, really good before you use it. I like to use this like first thing when I start to get ready. I'll spray it at my roots, and I hold it like probably a good 6 to 8 inches or more away from my hair, and I kind of lift up different sections as I'm going around, and then I don't touch it for a minute. I clip my hair up, I brush my teeth, I do moisturizer, I do a couple of different things and really let it soak up any oil that's in your roots, and then I will go back through and really massage it in with my hands. So that's the best way that I have found to use this. Also, I cut the air conditioning off down here for just a second so that you wouldn't be able to hear the air conditioning sound in my videos, and then I realized there's a separate air conditioning unit for the upstairs. My daughter's asleep upstairs, so I didn't want to turn the air conditioning off since it's still like high 80s even though it's 8 o'clock this afternoon. Anyways, so if you hear air conditioning in the background, I'm really sorry. Hopefully it won't be too distracting. But back to Batiste, I love it. I have repurchased. I will continue to use until I find something better if I ever do. Along that same vein in the dry shampoo, I have the Triple Sec Texturizing Amplify Refresh Spray by Drybar. Again, they sell this at Ulta. This is in a little mini size. This smells really pleasant. It's like just a fresh scent, I would say, but the idea behind this is that it's supposed to kind of refresh and like volumize your hair. I didn't feel like it did a ton. I felt like it worked almost like just a dry shampoo, which kind of texturizes and volumizes anyways. But I'm not going to be repurchasing it. It was a little bit expensive, and I just wasn't like super impressed. I feel like I needed to spend the money on it. It smelled really nice though. And I have used other Drybar products, and again, really liked the smell, but didn't really go back to repurchasing just because I didn't feel like it did more than the Redken that I can get for cheaper. So there's my thought on that. Next product I will pull out is the Bare Minerals Skin Longevity Vital Power Infusion Serum. It looks like this. I used the very last bit of all of the products I've used everything out of. This one is a serum, and I had somebody ask me, what does a serum do? I was talking about a serum in a previous video. Different serums do different things, and the idea behind it is that it's just an added boost for your skincare. So whether it's anti-aging, or whether it is to help with added moisture, or whether it's to help any dark spots that you may have on your skin, there are different serums for different skin concerns that you might have. This one is supposed to help really with, like, again, helping with fighting signs of aging. It's a thin, milky texture. I liked this. I really liked the way my skin felt after I used this. It was light. I didn't feel like it was super thick. And I would definitely consider purchasing this again. I don't feel like it did like tons, but maybe I just have really high expectations for skincare. But I did really like this, and I like Bare Minerals as a whole. So yeah, I would definitely, I'm using other serums at the moment, but after I finish those up, I may consider repurchasing this. Next product is a makeup item I've had for a really, really long time. It's the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, and they make this in a foundation and a concealer. This one is in the shade Fair. I have repurchased this. It's a concealer that goes underneath your eyes, so around your nose, and they make this in a couple different shades. They do make a pinky toned version that I really like, and I've actually used underneath my eyes today. It is, like I said, it's pink toned. It's made to correct blue tones, darkness that you have underneath your eyes, and it works really, really well for a cheap little concealer, and it doesn't crease that badly either. It has a twist up, so you twist the product up and then it comes out through the sponge, and some people are put off by the sponge thinking that it's unsanitary, but I'm thinking you go through this fairly quickly, and it's your own eyes, so unless you have like an eye infection or something, it doesn't bother me. But you can take the little sponge off and just get the concealer as it comes up and put it on a brush or something. But yes, like this, I have repurchased it, and I just keep it in my bag for easy touch-ups. Going back to hair care, I have another one that I've mentioned on here. This is the Pureology Hydrate Sheer Conditioner. I love this. I love this so much. It smells like mint. It's just pleasant. I love this. It doesn't take very much of this at all. I would absolutely repurchase this, other than it's like $30 a bottle and I just can't justify it on a regular basis. With this, I just feel like I have so much of an easier time like combing my hair through afterwards. My hair is super tangly, and I get the Hydrate Sheer because I don't feel like I need to drench my skin, I don't feel like I need to drench my hair because I don't want it to look too oily, but this is just the right amount of conditioner. So I do really love this. Along the same like shower care, I have the Dove Summer Care Limited Edition body wash. I like Dove products for skincare. I usually feel like I leave with my skin feeling more moisturized, and it's not very expensive. My husband actually used this one too when he had run out of body wash, and it's not overly feminine smelling. It's kind of just a yeah, definitely summery. It's just a clean Dove scent. If you were to smell it, you're like, oh. It does have like the little beads in it that are supposed to be like helpful for exfoliating a bit. I think they have one that's even more moisturizing that I liked a little bit better. But yeah, I like Dove products. I would definitely repurchase that. This is something that I had forever, and had not used up. I was almost down to the end and finally finished it up. This is the Saint Tropez Bronzing Mousse, the original. I used to be more of a self-tan person than what I am now. There's not really a point to me self-tanning now because I don't go that many places, to be honest. And I've been able to get out in the sun a little bit more. But when I worked in an office and I never saw the light of day, basically, I really liked this. The Saint Tropez has almost a olive tone to it, so like an olivey skin tone. Different self-tanners have different undertones to them, so that's something to definitely look at to make sure that you don't get that you don't turn orange when using them, basically. But I've been really pleased with Saint Tropez. This is a mousse, and I would use it on a tanning mitt. I actually would get the little bitty ones because I felt like I could really get around my hands really well, and it was just a little bit more detailed. But yes, I would definitely use this again. It was easy to control. You can see where it's going to. That's another thing with some bronzing products. If they're clear and they have to develop for a little while, it's hard to know where you put product and where you missed it. This one does have to develop, so usually you would put this on at night, and then the next morning you would see the bronzing difference. They do have, Saint Tropez has come out with faster developing tans now. I think there's one that's like a 4-hour turnaround, so you can like bronze yourself in the morning, wash it off, and then like be ready to go. You will want to wash it off though. You tend to smell, I call it a burnt Frito smell. Like, it's not offensive, it's just not, I wouldn't want to walk around smelling like that all day. I haven't noticed, I've never had an issue with this rubbing off on my sheets. But yeah, it's just something you'll want to wash off after it's actually developed. So, would definitely repurchase again. Something that's just kind of a random one, but in case you'd like to know, I wear contacts. I have soft contacts, and I really like the Opti-Free Replenish Enhanced Comfort. This is the one that I use, that I get most regularly, and yeah, just been really pleased. I feel like it adds an extra little bit of comfort to my contacts throughout the day. So yeah, I really like that one. And again, along the same vein, I use the Crest Whitening Plus Scope. I like Crest a lot. I have used Sensodyne, all different kinds of toothpaste, and I keep coming back to this one just because I feel like I really do see the whitening difference when I use this. And also I feel like the scope just really like helps keep your breath fresher longer. Something else that I did to like what I feel like really has helped keep my teeth white, or as white as I possibly can, is I use a electric toothbrush, and I really feel like I noticed a difference in how clean my teeth were after I went to using one. So if you're not, I would highly suggest it. I have a Sonicare one that I happened to look up and get on a sale one day. But yeah, I really, really like that. So if you don't have an electric toothbrush and you're wanting whiter teeth, perhaps consider that, because it's definitely made a difference to me. Next, in the makeup line, and I'm sorry I'm skipping around between makeup and skincare and hair care, this is a little sample of the Becca First Light Priming Filter Instant Complexion Refresh. This is a little sample size of the Becca brand's primer, and I don't know if they have more than one. Primer, if you're not familiar, is something that you can put on underneath your foundation, and will act as a barrier to either keep your makeup lasting longer, and then also sometimes it will help blur imperfections. So if you are trying to camouflage larger pores on your face, or if you have fine lines and wrinkles that you're trying to fill, that's what a primer does. So it's just an extra step. It goes on after your moisturizer but before your foundation. And different primers feel really different and will have different jobs. But it's not my favorite primer. My favorite primer, I really like two. One is by Smashbox. Again, it's found at Ulta, and it is actually purple. But it's made to help fill any lines, or like just help to smooth your skin a little bit more. I find that especially if it's hot, where my forehead lines are, like from scrunching your forehead, sometimes my foundation will settle in those little lines, or just not look as smooth right there. So I feel like that the Smashbox primer really just kind of creates a nice little blanket that just helps hold the foundation on. I do notice it lasting longer with that one. So that one's my absolute favorite primer. The second one, I really like the Bare Minerals Original Primer. When you put it on, it feels very silky smooth. And again, I feel like it helps my foundation last longer. So just something else to mention about primers. So I wouldn't repurchase this one, but it was okay. It was fine. Talking about moisturizer, this is a deluxe sample. This is the Origins Ginseng Energy Boosting Moisturizer. I got this in a kit. I had never tried anything from Origins, so I was super interested in this. This is a moisturizer, in case I didn't say it. This one smelled like oranges, like very citrusy. It was a good moisturizer. There was nothing wrong with it. It had a lightweight feel. It was fine. It's not my favorite. I do feel like it did the job, but I won't be repurchasing this one just because I have others that I have found better. But this one is great. I would say if you have normal skin and you love the smell of oranges and that citrusy smell, definitely try this one out. My favorite one I do happen to have here, though. This one is not an empty. I just brought it down. This is made by the brand Fresh. It's the Lotus Youth Preserve Face Cream with Super 7 Complex. It is my favorite. Fresh is not sold at Ulta. You have to go to Sephora to get it, but usually they will have it, even like the little Sephoras that you can find inside JCPenney. They have there. This one just smells so fresh. I know that's the name of the brand, but it smells like cucumber, which I think it has in there. But this one is just a little bit creamier than what the Origins one is. And I just love it. It smells so, so good. It's my absolute favorite. Another product that I had for absolute ages, and I just need to get rid of, is the Caudalie. This is their beauty elixir. This is a cult favorite if you watch YouTube, or have for a long time. It's a complete princess product. The idea behind this is that it was just a misting spray. So if you're needing a refresh in the morning, or as the day goes on, or if you're feeling like you look too powdery and you need just to take away some of that, you can spritz this on your face and it'll just refresh your skin. It soaks in really quickly, so it doesn't look like water on your skin. The reason that sold this to me is that it was described as like a spa type feel, or a smell. This smelled more like licorice to me than a spa. After I'd used it for a while, I was like, I mean, I do kind of smell spa-like. Like I can kind of get it. But I have others that I like. Again, this was just really a princess product. One thing though that was fantastic about this was the spritz, like the actual, there's not anything left in here to actually show you. It kind of is. Like it just mists on your face like a dream. Have you ever gone to mist something and like you squirt it and it's like one concentrated squirt that just ended up on one spot of your face? That's not like that with this. This is the most aerosol type spritz of elixir that you've ever had. So if that's something that's up your street, then you would like this. I'm not going to repurchase it just because I feel like I have other products that I like the smell of better. And that are less expensive. This was just one of the little sample sizes that you can get at the register at Sephora. Speaking of products that I do like better than that, I did bring this one. This is the Mario Badescu facial spray. It's aloe, cucumber, and green tea. And again, this one's like $5 at Ulta. The spray on it, like the actual spritz, is not as wonderful as what that one is, but I like the smell better of it. The spray is still fine. And yeah, I would go back to this. So I just brought it down to show you what this looks like. They do make them in other scents also. I know they have, I think it's a rose scent and then also a lavender, but neither one of those really appealed to me. I like green tea and cucumber, so that's why I went with that one. I kept one of these and I thought I had kept an actual cotton round. Oh, I did. There's one in here. I like to use little cotton rounds to take my makeup off rather than cotton balls. So you can get these in any grocery store or beauty supply store, but they're the little actual like round cotton buds, and they come in a big package. This one had 80 in it. You can even get them with like a little exfoliating pad on one side. But I kept one in here just so you would be able to see it. But yeah, I just put makeup remover or whatever it is I'm using and use it to swipe all my makeup off before I actually wash my face. Because I just feel like it's one less step for your actual soap, like face soap, to do if you've already gotten a lot of your makeup off, if that makes sense. So especially eye makeup remover, you can just really hold it on your eyes and then you're not having to pull and tug to get makeup off. So really do like that. Going back to hair care products, sorry, this is a little sample from Bumble and Bumble. This is the thickening conditioner. I didn't love this. Number one, I don't feel like it did anything to thicken my hair or volumize my hair, and I didn't care for the smell. And quite frankly, you know, the smell in your hair is kind of important. And this one would just, you can't really smell it anymore, but it wasn't like offensive. I couldn't smell my hair for the rest of the day. But I won't be repurchasing this. Bumble and Bumble is not a cheap brand either, so it would really have to knock my socks off to want to use it, but not my favorite. Also, kind of a dead, I did not even finish this one because I was just so done with this. This is the Kenra Thermal Styling Spray. I like Kenra products. I like their hairspray, and I also like, they have a blow dry spray that's supposed to cut down the time on your, like how long it takes to blow dry your hair, and I love it. Smells wonderful. I really do notice a difference in how long it takes me to blow dry my hair when I'm using it. The idea behind a thermal styling spray is that you spray this, mist it on your hair right before you curl it, and it's supposed to kind of act as like a pre-hairspray to help hold curl in your hair. We all know that I love curly hair, despite the fact that my hair is up right now. It was awful. Like I did not care for it. When I was talking about those concentrated like spritz that like end up in a tiny little section, this is the nozzle on this. So maybe it would be different in different packaging. I love Biolage is another hair care brand that I think you can even get at like Walmart. You used to not be able to, but I think you can these days. They make a thermal active heating spray that I grew up on. My mom has used it for years and years and years, and I love it. It is like some good hold, spray it, and it's like, it works wonderful. This was like, you sprayed a tiny bit. First of all, I don't even think I can spray it. Like, I don't know if it's so firm hold that it has like stopped up the whole inside tube. Like I've tried to scrape off the little, like in case there was some stuck right here. It won't even come out of the tube. I I don't like it. I will not be repurchasing. For time, I have a little sample size of the Bath & Body Works Pretty as a Peach shower gel. I love these for when I go out of town, but it's very rare that I go out of town. Bath & Body Works makes fine shower gel. It smells really good. I don't feel like the scent lingers on my skin, and I don't feel like it's as moisturizing as like what the Dove body wash is. So would I repurchase these? Usually I get these as little freebies, like when I buy candles and stuff like that, I'll have a coupon to get like one free signature item, which is why I usually end up with these. So yes, I would still get them as my little freebie. But no, I don't know that I'll be buying it anytime soon. The scent is lovely though. Pretty as a Peach is a very nice scent. This was a razor that I actually got in a pack. We got them as freebies from Sam's when we were in Sam's one day. They have the little kiosk that you go by and get your freebie. And this one is the Extreme 3. I think it's by Mach, maybe. It was just okay. I prefer 5 blades. I think this is even a man's razor. And yeah, I've just noticed I really like a 5 blade razor, and I've decided that I really like men's razors over women's. To me, they just work so much better. And a lot of times they're like the same price, if not a little bit cheaper. So yeah, this one was just okay. Just fine. I don't think I'll be going out and repurchasing it though. And then the last item that I've got in here is, again, had for forever. This was the Bath & Body Works Room Spray in the scent Autumn. This was very powerful, I will say. If you are wanting bang for your buck, these little room sprays are really intense. I have a small guest bathroom downstairs in my house, and when I say that it takes like the smallest little spritz of this, like that's why it lasted for so long, because it was in that small little room, and if you use too much, it was just like, woo, that is like way too much product. But yeah, I love these. I will definitely repurchase these room sprays. They are fantastic. So that is everything that I have to talk about. I hope that was fun, and I hope that was a little bit of a different video for you today. Like I said, please hit the subscribe button if you are not subscribed already, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.